Lilith is one of the most enigmatic and enduring figures in the tapestry of ancient mythology, demonology, and modern spirituality. Her image has evolved over millennia, from a shadowy figure lurking at the margins of ancient Near Eastern texts, to a symbol of feminine autonomy and rebellion in contemporary occult and feminist thought. To fully appreciate Lilith's multifaceted nature, we must explore her etymology, origins, historical background, iconography, mythic narratives, psychological interpretations, and the controversies surrounding her modern worship. The name Lilith originates from the ancient Semitic root Lil or Lael, meaning night. In Akkadian and Sumerian contexts, related terms such as Lilitu or Lilu referred to female night spirits or demons. The 1901 Encyclopaedia Biblica defines Lilith as a night demon and notes her association with winds and storms, underscoring the etymological linkage to darkness and chaos. The Hebrew Bible itself references a term Lilith only once, in Isaiah 34 verse 14, which in many English translations is rendered as night creature or screech owl. This single biblical mention has sparked centuries of speculation and interpretive layering. Historically, Lilith's earliest explicit mentions appear in Mesopotamian sources. The Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh and other Akkadian texts describe female demons of the night with similar traits, such as seduction, child-harming, and flying spirits. Scholars like Raphael Patai have argued that these ancient figures inspired the Jewish conception of Lilith as an evil entity. For example, Patai writes in The Hebrew Goddess, 1967, that Lilith's first unmistakable appearances are as a demoness in Jewish mysticism and folklore, a development probably derived from Mesopotamian demonology. In Jewish tradition, Lilith's mythos crystallized around the medieval text known as the Alphabet of Ben Sira, a 10th century CE composition that elaborates a narrative where Lilith is Adam's first wife. Unlike the compliant Eve, Lilith refuses to be subservient and flees Eden after asserting equality, declaring, "I will not lie beneath you." This act of defiance establishes her as a symbol of female independence and sexual autonomy, but also as a dangerous figure punished by God with exile and demonization. This story, though absent from canonical scripture, profoundly shaped Lilith's legacy in folklore and mysticism. Lilith's role expanded further within Kabbalistic literature, particularly in the Zohar, where she appears as a seductive and destructive force often paired with Samel, the poison of God. Gershom Scholem, the pioneering scholar of Jewish mysticism, describes Lilith in On the Kabbalah and its symbolism as a night demon who represents the dark, chaotic side of the divine feminine, opposing the nurturing and creative aspects traditionally associated with the Shekinah. This duality captures Lilith's liminal nature, both alluring and terrifying, creative and destructive. Visually, Lilith's iconography is diverse and often symbolic rather than literal. Medieval and Renaissance art rarely depict her directly, but later occult and esoteric traditions have portrayed her as a winged woman, sometimes with serpentine hair or talons, emphasizing her hybrid, liminal status. She is frequently associated with owls, night animals, and serpents, all symbols linked to wisdom, mystery, and danger. Magical grimoires such as the Grimoirium Verum and the Lemegeton include sigils or seals said to represent Lilith, used in ritual magic for summoning or banishing her presence. Lilith's domains and abilities are complex. Traditionally, she is associated with night, seduction, infant mortality, and chaos. In some demonological hierarchies, she is considered a queen or princess of hell, ruling over spirits of lust and temptation. Occult texts attribute to her powers of possession, dream manipulation, and sexual allure. In the Ars Goetia, although Lilith herself does not appear, her archetype is echoed by demons who incite lust and rebellion. This intertwining with sexuality and rebellion has made Lilith a potent figure in magical practices focused on personal empowerment, transformation, and shadow work. The psychological interpretation of Lilith has gained prominence in modern scholarship, especially through Jungian frameworks. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow, the unconscious, repressed parts of the self, finds a compelling symbol in Lilith. She represents the wild, untamed feminine force that society often suppresses: raw sexuality, anger, autonomy, and primal instinct. Psychologist Marie-Louise von Franz suggested that Lilith embodies the image of the female shadow, the part of the psyche that men and women alike repress because it conflicts with social norms and personal ideals. Thus, engaging with Lilith in ritual or meditation can be a path toward integrating the shadow and achieving psychological wholeness. Lilith's cultural significance transcends religion and occultism. In modern feminist movements, she has been reclaimed as a powerful symbol of female agency and resistance against patriarchal domination. Writers such as Judith Plasko have argued that Lilith's myth challenges traditional gender roles and offers a model of womanhood that is autonomous, unapologetic, and self-defined. This reclamation has fueled her presence in art, literature, music, and popular culture, from novels and graphic novels to songs and films, where Lilith often embodies empowerment, rebellion, and the mysterious feminine. However, Lilith's modern worship and veneration are not without controversy. Many religious groups condemn the honoring of Lilith as demon worship, associating her with evil and moral danger. Ethical debates arise around her symbolic associations with sexual liberation, as some caution against misusing her image to justify harmful or exploitative behavior. Psychologically, some warn that invoking Lilith's energies without preparation can lead to emotional distress or confusion, given her intense archetypal power. In occult circles, Lilith is simultaneously revered and approached with caution. The left-hand path and theistic Satanism often incorporate her as a goddess or spiritual ally, emphasizing self-sovereignty and shadow work. At the same time, practitioners stress the importance of respectful ritual, grounding, and ethical intent when working with such potent archetypes. This dual approach reflects a broader modern tension between tradition and innovation, reverence and critical inquiry. To summarize, Lilith's enduring legacy lies in her rich complexity. She is a figure of darkness and light, demon and goddess, victim and rebel. From her ancient roots as a Mesopotamian night spirit to her modern role as a feminist icon and psychological archetype, Lilith challenges us to confront the shadow within ourselves and in society. Her story invites a re-evaluation of autonomy, sexuality, power, and the mysteries of the human psyche. As scholar Marina Warner noted, Lilith remains a mirror to the fears and desires of each age, forever shifting shape but never losing her magnetic, unsettling power. In understanding Lilith, we come closer to understanding the complex dance of light and shadow that defines human experience.